Our community services offered opportunity, choice and inclusion through delivery of a wide range of programmes such as Right for You, our specialist ASD service, Transitions for young people transitioning from school, Youth Matters, our activity programmes for children and young people, and our Short Break service, which supports young people to engage in their community outside of the family setting. A new Right for You Building Resilience programme for children with ASD was developed in the Western Health and Social Care Trust area and funded by the Big Lottery. 34 families were supported in the first year. This new programme built on our existing service, with 52 people accessing the Right for You adult autism services in the Belfast and Western Trust areas, an additional 11 people against the previous year. 55 adults also accessed our regular advice clinics across the two areas. Our wider community services for children and young people also had a successful year, with our transition service supporting 194 young adults and 96% achieving positive outcomes, up 4% against the previous year. Our Youth Matters service supported 215 young people in 114 activities and ran 18 summer schemes, with 120 young people attending. Also, our Short Break service supported 147 families, and levels of satisfaction remain consistently high at 97%, with 85% being very satisfied for the second year running.
We had hit a crisis point with Joe, and it was no one who to get the help from, and just for somebody to teach us some skills as to how to deal with the issues we were having, and Marie has done that, and she also has helped us engage with other parents in the area.
John struggles with mixing with people and rules and regulations, like it's John's rules, and he just doesn't like going places, so we just have to, Marie worked with that and how to get him out and mixing with people.
We were on a family holiday there last week, and I can see, you know, even in a social situation, that Joe's starting to show signs of being more patient and more aware of his surroundings and things like that, and it's all through the work that Marie has done on a one-to-one with him, I think.
Now Maria has taken John places, and with Joe, who is in the same class with John in school, and they have started mixing and they're getting on well together. They go to the farm, they went to the cinema a couple of times where they can go purchase their own drinks and popcorn, they pick their movie.
They call them their adventures, and they plan them, and Marie tells them in great detail exactly what they're going to do, and even down to who's going to be picked up first and dropped off last. She does a very detailed itinerary for them, so they know exactly what's ahead.
Joe and John just does everything together, and to open up and to start off our parents group, she helped us. She's made things easier for us. She is trying to bring in people to tell us how to support us and to give us guidance, which is very good. We need it all, like we need all the support we can get.
Us as parents of children with the challenges that we face, oftentimes it's all about the children, and then it's all about trying to fit in work, and there's very little for ourselves. So it's just maybe a morning every month that you go and you have a moan or you have a chat, or just to engage with other parents, and that you're not on your own with this, and that other people are going through the same thing.
Now I feel that Joe is looking out for John, and John, like I have told John now that he has autism. I have explained to him, not in great detail, but just in mild, you know, and he says, Joe and I are a bit alike, you know, so that's the way he looks at it. So
Cedar. Opportunity, choice, inclusion.
Our floating support service, funded by supporting people, provides opportunity, choice and inclusion by supporting adults living in their own home to manage their housing responsibilities independently. 370 adults accessed the service last year, an increase of 60 on the previous year. 95% of service users achieved independent living, a target which has been sustained over 2 years. 99% of service users were satisfied with the service received, and 95% would recommend the service to others. Also, our new advice clinics supported 50 participants, an increase of 28% against the previous year.
I sustained my injury as a result of an RTA, and I was doing what most young drivers do. I was just trying to show off, impress my friends, or show off in front of my friends and a crowd. I suffer from epilepsy, vertigo, fatigue with the tiredness all the time, and depression. And it limits what I can do. Ty just came and he spoke to me and my partner, and he just explained what he could help me with. He used to give me to write out a shopping list, so I would have wrote that out and kind of a set budget of how much I would spend, and kind of kept it that routine. He helped me with my benefits and stuff. He directed me in the direction of a citizen's device. So I went there and I'd done a benefit check and just got me on my crack benefits. I don't really spend that much. All I spend money on was shopping, gas and electric. I buy myself clothes every now and again. The Cedar Foundation, they helped me to move along, to help me get to where I am. And when I moved to Belfast, then the support was there. Just helped me live more independent. I can go shopping on my own now. I like to go to the gym. I like to go to cinema. Anything I need to do, well, I do it myself if no one else will do it for me. Just recently qualified as a locksmith for it. So I've been trying to build up a wee business for myself working within my 16 hours. Ty gave me all the relevant information and he pushed me along to go on this path. So I had done a 3-day course here, then I went over to Wakefield to get my qualification. That's my research. It's my City and Guilds accredited program card, and that's my certificate minimised front and back. Got my own property, everything's just going well. Just trying to pick up enough work to get off a benefit.
Cedar. Opportunity, choice, inclusion.
Inclusion Works offered opportunity, choice and inclusion to people with disability, long-term health conditions, autism and brain injury by enhancing employability skills to enable people to work, learn and connect. Inclusion Works has successfully completed year 2 of a 3-year programme, meeting or exceeding all targets. Last year, Inclusion Works supported 612 participants, an additional 35 people against the previous year. Of the 120 people who progressed this year, 35 moved into paid work, which brings our total to 69 paid jobs in the last 2 years. Our aim is to have 100 new paid jobs at the end of the 3-year programme next year. We engaged with 127 new employers last year, working with a total of 371 employers overall. We have sustained high levels of satisfaction over the last 5 years, with 99% of participants satisfied, 88% very satisfied, and 100% of leavers telling us they would recommend Inclusion Works to others. We also had a successful inspection by the Education and Training Inspectorate, which reported that our service meets all quality standards for service delivery and continuous improvement.
Before my brain injury, as I say, I was a lorry driver. I travelled quite a distance with the lorries. I've travelled all over Europe. We lived a very comfortable life and just pushing, somebody would say, pushing life in front of you, enjoying it, and it just all come to an end very suddenly. I become involved with the brain injury service up in Ballymena, and I was with them for 2 years, and it helped a lot. And After 2 years, I was transferred to Cedar Foundation. They give me the confidence back that I needed to be able to move on with life. I started volunteering to quite a number of different areas. You know, I was in a fish farm, I was in a warehouse, and I started going to the National Trust, and I started volunteering to Cedar as well, because I think on my own mind I like to give something back, because they did help me in a big way through the years. And then there was this other job as a facilitator in the user forum come up, and I was reassured by the Cedar team that I was more than capable enough to do the job. The user forum itself is the voice of Cedar. We work very closely with the First and Deputy First Minister's office. If there's any change in any disability laws or any changes in education, they would send everything across to us so that we can take that to a meeting, and we look at it and see if it's, you know, disability friendly as such, and we're able to, you know, give our voice and then send it back to them with our recommendations, and they take it on board. I just finished my apprenticeship in blacksmithing. I'm in the process of putting a business plan together so that I can go out on my own and doing blacksmithing demonstrations, doing workshops, doing talks to people, and that was a big thing for myself, and the confidence that I have, and that's all through the programme I come through with Cedar.
Cedar. Opportunity, choice, inclusion.
Our living options offered opportunity, choice and inclusion through supporting 115 tenants and residents in a range of accommodation services specific to their individual needs. Highlights of the year included that 63% of our service users were very satisfied with our services, up 13% on the previous year. We had high levels of RQIA compliance and quality improvement at inspections. The commitment, compassion and person-centred approach of our staff were areas particularly highlighted. Also, our B-Inspection Ready training was delivered to all middle management, which was acknowledged by RQIA as a contributory factor in ongoing quality improvement. In line with our culture of coaching and support for staff development, we also had 80% of our registered managers achieving ILM Level 3 in coaching and mentoring. A key development in year was our new smart technology-enabled supported living project, Meadowvale Court, which has 13 single occupancy apartments.
One of the great examples in terms of looking to the future is the specialist supported living project on the outskirts of Lisburn. It's a remarkable development of 13 specialist apartments whereby people with disabilities can live very independent lives with the benefits of smart technology. That enables them to control their environment in a way that really enhances opportunities for social inclusion, gives them the level of independence which they so rightly deserve. But most importantly, it's about really enable people to achieve their full potential. And that's all done on the basis of partnership. It's about working together to bring together the collective resources of all the different partners for the benefit of each individual. It certainly will map out the way forward in terms of both partnership and the use of technology to promote social inclusion for people with disabilities.
I just love the whole setup. When I'm coming through the door and it's all out mine now, This is all new stuff. This had just come in, the whole lot, that there cream and all, and I picked that, and it turned out well because it goes with the whole setup here. So I'm telling you, I like it now. It's brilliant. I think it's changed everybody's life for the good. We never had this before, so when everybody got the chance to have their own kitchen, it was basically everybody was making plans for what they want. I love it. I just couldn't believe the difference it's made, and you can see why too much to say about this place. I like it, just the whole setup. This is more secure here, you're more with the technology and all, it's all really different. I just come in, I don't do anything, the door opens for me, just to get around and just close up close to it, and the door I just get myself in, that way. I love the new staff I've got there, and very nice. They're very helpful to me. Well, they'll help you with anything, like to do your money side and help me with my cooking and all, what I need. I like to go watch all my soaps and my own space. And I like, well, on Saturday night when there's anything on, I like coming up and having one or two wines. I just like living here. It's more a better looking life. It's more your own, you can do what you want. I like it, just the whole setup. Just completely changed everybody's life, I think.
Cedar. Opportunity, choice, inclusion.
Our social and community networking services offered opportunity, choice and inclusion through a range of programmes which supported individuals to be more involved in their communities. Inclusion Matters supported 131 people across the Belfast and South Eastern Trust areas, and activity hours exceeded targets for the 4th consecutive year. Customer satisfaction levels were also sustained with 100% satisfaction. A highlight of the year was the service winning the Community Impact Award at Lisburn and Castlereagh City Council Mayor's Community Awards, recognising its contribution to making a difference to the lives of people with disabilities in their community. Another key development in year was a new social inclusion Navigator service in the Northern Trust area. Our Insight project achieved all targets in engaging people with disabilities in civic life and developed 4 civic activism tools. We also supported 192 people in sport and activity programmes through the On Your Bike and Go Active projects.
I used to work a lot, about 4 jobs, and then unfortunately I took a massive stroke. So I got, whenever I took a massive stroke, I was introduced to Catherine, who worked from Cedar Foundation, so she taught me all about the Cedar Foundation. So I was a bit nervous when I thought about, you know, what it would be like, and I sort of lost, I had no confidence whatsoever, and I was really, really nervous type of thing to see what I could do, because sadly, unfortunately I lost a part of my left hand, which I write with my left hand, so I really didn't think that I was going to be able to do anything at all. I didn't want to go out, I was just no confidence whatsoever, you know, and I just sort of got really, well, depressed, you know. So I say, once Catherine came to my house, talked to me, explained to me what we would do, and you know, it sort of sounded quite interesting, you know, and I was sort of thinking, well, maybe I could do that, you know. And then they sort of explained about with having a disability, that they can help people. First I start off is to try to do some art, you know, just to learn how to use my right hand, you know, and just, so I've done art, used how to draw, paint, you know. I never thought I could do anything like that, you know. I'm now able to paint. I do different types of sort of dry point, you know, all sorts of things of art, and I couldn't believe they're actually really, really helpful. And I've done, I know I should be proud of myself, but I've done a pretty much good art. I don't like to say about myself, but yeah, I'll be able to, I can show everybody to say this is what I've done, you know, and make friends type of thing, you know. And that's, I never was able to do that, you know. And then there's a guy, and he helps doing the art craft, and he sits and sort of explains to me what you do, what you can't do. I've become like creative, and I'm able to learn the different colours, you know, when you do an art class. So I'm learning, you know, I'm sort of learning what different things you can do. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there's going to be an exhibition for all our art, so people maybe hopefully can see what we've done. It's to give me confidence. It's I'm able to communicate. I have friends, and it's that, like, being so sad, depressed. It's just give me to be more positive, and it just has helped me so much, to be honest with you. It has.
Cedar. Opportunity, choice, inclusion.
Our Specialist Supported Employment Solutions, or SES, is a partnership with 6 other disability organisations and offered opportunity, choice and inclusion through supporting people with disabilities and health conditions to look for and gain employment. Last year, SES supported 282 people to look for new employment and remain in existing employment that was at risk. This represented an additional 34 places against the previous year. A key highlight of the year was that in December 2016, we hosted the Department for Community's Workable NI launch. The SES partnership also worked jointly with the Health and Social Care Board to facilitate work placements for people with disabilities in the key health and social care agencies, to enable the individuals to develop their skills and gain valuable experience. This led to 18 people starting placements last year and 4 people progressing to secure paid employment.
Angela's my liaison officer with the Cedar Foundation, so I met her before getting the placement in here, so I was able to read a couple. I went onto the website and read about what the Cedar Foundation does and the different schemes they have, and then I've met Angie a few times. She would talk through what Cedar did and how they'd helped people before and how they were hoping to help me, get into employment, how to help people that sometimes have got some difficulty in getting into employment. So I would meet her quite regularly and we would go over posts that were available through the scheme, and also help me apply for jobs both before I started in here and when I was on the placement. Angela would come in every now and then just to check on how things were going and go through everything, making sure everything was going okay and I was finding the work okay, and the placement was very good. It gave me a full 6 months more experience of working in administration, working with different teams and working on different tasks such as processing applications or helping to send out letters or registration packs. So the 6 month placement definitely helped. Everybody now who works in social care has to be registered, whether they work full-time or part-time, if they work in a care home in the community. And so being in registration, we're the one that receives their applications when they come in. So I would process their application forms and make sure that they'd sent in everything that was needed. They'd sent in their identification documents, their payment, everything had been answered, such as their employment details being up to date, and they answered all of the questions, health declarations, offence declarations. There's definitely enough to do. There's enough tasks to do. On the phones a lot, about reception. There's a lot of applications and renewals to process and validate, so kept busy, so the days go quite quickly, and I get along with everybody in my team and all the other teams as well. I've got this post thanks to the Cedar Foundation, because it was thanks to them helping me get on the 6 month placement scheme that I was able to get employment out of it, and it's a very good place to work.
Cedar. Opportunity, choice, inclusion.